Hi, it's Cassie Oberg here with our wonderful Wednesday. I am so excited to teach you something fun today. It has been absolutely beautiful outside. The animals have been having a blast kicking it up out there. And so that's why we're at 8 p.m. because I thought by then the weather will be perfect to come inside and teach something fun. So I just want to point out I have my little reminder. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. It's just fun to see the numbers go up, and my kids have been very impressed with what I've been doing with my YouTube channel. So if you don't mind, just hit subscribe and you'll be part of it. So I am going to, without further ado, get rid of my banner so it's not in the way of you learning and go over to my desktop. So let's pull this up on Solo Layout and let's see what we're doing today. Okay, so this is just a simple and fun technique that I'm going to show you. I started off, I taped this down with repositionable so I can show you. I originally was putting this together to be cute little embellishments to go on my page. So that is also an option for what we're going to do. But then I realized that a lot of my pages, since I'm using the Fast to Fab, the gradient all the way through, they all have the same kind of a border. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and make it a border. So I had already turned it into squares to show it as embellishments, and then I just threw it together as a border. So I wanted to just show you how versatile what we're going to do is. So without further ado, let's just do it real quick. It's very simple and very fun. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off with a 4-inch strip. So I'm going to use this color. It goes kind of nice with this, right? And we're going to go and make this into a 4-inch strip. So there we go. And now I'm going to turn it on its side, and I'm going to turn it into 3 4-inch squares. Next, we are going to need a frame punch. So I use the Damask. It is currently my absolute favorite. Look how pretty it is. I mean, let's flip this back over and just take a look. See how pretty that is? It does such a gorgeous pattern, and you can do it as a frame, and you can do it as a border, and now you can do it like this that I'm going to show you. But you can do it with any frame punch. So if you look here, anything that has this silver line over here is what we call a frame punch. It will also have frame in the name of it. If you go to the Creative Memories website and you type the search for frame punches, they will pop up. So that's what we're using. I'm going to bring this piece of paper over to catch our little bits and pieces. I do want to point something out. These silicone mats are my favorite, and I'm going to be showing you why in a minute, but it collects things. And I just want you to know that if your silicone mat collects a bunch of stuff and you want it to not be there, if you just run it under warm water, it goes away, and then you just shake it out and let it dry, and then you can use it. So if you get a bunch of stuff static cling to it, do not worry. Okay, so now we're just going to take these little squares and we're going to center it here. So between these frames, it is 4 inches from line to line. So all you're going to do is take it and center it here on these 2 lines. That's it. Simple as that. And punch. And now when you take it out, look, it's centered on there. So now we're going to turn it. And it's always good to just get your scraps out of the way. We're going to turn it, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to center it between our 2 silver lines. So see, it's just lined up. I'm going to pull this up so you can see how easy this is. It's literally lined up with the silver line. It's lined up with it. So you can't mess it up, really. I mean, you could try, but it would be hard to mess it up. So it's pushed all the way up against the top, silver line to silver line, and you're going to punch. And then you're just going to do it again. Silver line to silver line, punch, and then you're going to do the last one. There you go. And we're going to do that. Look how pretty this is. I mean, this right here could be a fun embellishment on your page without even doing the rest of the technique that I'm going to teach you. Honestly, it's so pretty. But we're going to go through the whole technique because then you'll have lots of fun things you can do with it. And you'll be able to mix it up with other border punches. And, for me, frame punches, for me, being able to use my tools in so many different ways is super fun because I tend to have favorites during different seasons of my life. Like this is my favorite right now, but something else will be my favorite later. And so if I have different ways that I can use it, then it just makes it a lot more fun for me. So, okay. So I tried something new this time, and I noticed that there's a couple more people watching me than usual. I scheduled it out so that people would know exactly when I was going to be on here. So I hope that helped you. Not that you can't just watch it any old time. That's actually my main reason that I started my YouTube channel, is just the fact that I have it all categorized there. And if somebody says, hey, Cassie, what else can I do with the frame punch? I can go to my YouTube channel and I can pull up all the videos I did and copy the little links and send them over to people and say, it does this. So it's a really fast way for me to get that out to people. So, okay, here we go. We have my 3 cute little embellishments. I'm going to get my pile of scraps out of my way. And now we're going to pull this trimmer over. So we are going to just cut these diagonally. Seriously, it's that simple. So you're going to put your diagonal on the line. Just put your tips right there. If you are a fussy person who likes it to be perfect, you can bring out your little magnifying glass thingies and make sure it's perfect. If you're like me and you know it's going to be pretty no matter what, then you don't have to do that. Once you have it sliced in half, then you can do it up against the top and you just have the one to get lined up. And that's the thing about scrapbooking, guys, is that, you can be as fussy as you want and take your time. You can be fast like me and not use the little clear thingies. Let's go ahead and just do it real quick. We'll compare them, using it and not using it, so you guys can see. But there's no wrong. There's no wrong in scrapbooking. No scrapbooking police are going to come and say, you didn't use your little, what size is a square? It is a 4-inch square, Tammy. Thanks for asking. 4-inch square. We cut it at the beginning, but if you miss that, then it's just 4 inches. And then you can center it, because from this silver line to this silver line is exactly 4 inches. And then when I'm done, this will go into my YouTube channel, and you can actually pull it up and scrap right along with me if you want to. How fun is that? I can't believe that a year ago I was like, oh, I should start my YouTube channel. It's so scary. And now I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't that scary. I don't know what I was so worried about. Okay, so now to do the border, we're going to need a 4-inch strip. And this is kind of a thick border, so you wouldn't use this, I think, on a lot of pages. I think this might already be 4 inches. I wouldn't use this on a lot of pages because, look, it's going to take up a lot of space, which is why I was thinking I was going to do it as an embellishment the first time I put it together. And notice I have these in little piles. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. It'll just go together easier if I use the correct pile. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's another little technique I'm going to teach you. So I'm going to line this up on my mat so that it's in a 4-inch thing. It doesn't matter where I do it. I could do it over here or wherever I want, but I just want to line it up so I can see where the centers are, because up here 2's the center, down here 10's the center, and I'll be able to put these down a little easier. Okay. So silicone mat is great because, watch, did you see what I just did? I just put the tape down and it doesn't stick. So if you don't have one of those, you really want to. So you're going to just bring this over and you're going to line it up to the 2 up there. See, look, this is how you can be fast and fussy, by using the correct tools. Fast and fussy is nice. Okay, so now I want the opposite side up. So I'm just going to grab my next one. And I'm going to line it up at 2 at the top. And 2 on the side. And now I'm going to do it again. I want the green up this time. Super simple. Super easy. And I could cut this apart into 4-inch squares and make embellishments, or I can do a whole border. So that's the fun part, right? Okay, so now I'm going to come down and I'm going to do the bottom one so that I can kind of center the other one and see how much space is left. So let's see. I'm going to have yellow there this time. I'm going to do green there. So I want yellow in this quadrant and green here. So I want it to be exactly like that one. If you don't understand what I just did, all I was doing was talking out loud to myself about how I wanted this to line up. So I want it to be exactly like this one, and then the other one I'm going to just do opposite. And again, there's no wrong. I didn't have to do that, but that's just what would be. That's what would bring me the most joy. Okay, around. I want the green up there. I love the repositionable tape. If you do not use that, then you got to give this a try, because honestly, it makes it so easy to work with things with lace and little cutouts and stuff. Okay, so now I want it to be green up here. So up to the 6-inch, because that's the halfway point. Bring this down to the tip. I'm going to tape the one up here just to make sure I got my spacing right. Pretty sure I did, but again, I'm not a perfectionist, so didn't do exact measuring. Ha! Look, the mat saves my butt as usual. I love it. It's so awesome to be able to line it up on the mat and not take a whole bunch of time and have it come out just the way you want it to. Okay, so now we're going to bring this. Of course, I build on Fast to Fab pages. And why do I build on Fast to Fab pages? Because it's already pretty. So I'm saving an entire sheet of paper every time I build right on a page like this. I don't have to tape a piece of paper down. I have a pretty background. The white kind of glares at me. Spargo was my pick before we started using the Fast to Fab, but honest to goodness, this is just so easy to work with. Now I use this method a lot, where I use my full picture, the 4x6. So these are my 4x6 photos. And then I just cut this one down, and notice I'm not measuring. I could measure to get it exact, but then I cut one down to 3.5, and that way I can have a little space in between, and it gives me this. And then I love, love, love using the mats. This is from the Tropic Time. And when you cut these, you can cut them at 3.25. Let's just double check that. I'm going to cut it in half. Yep, it's 6.5. It says I'm going to cut it at 3.25. And now I have a perfect little journal box to go on here, where it's going to talk about the fact that this was the best toilet facility in the area at the church, and you used a bucket of water to flush it. That was the only way to get the water to go down. And then you washed your hands outside at this little rock pile with laundry detergent. So got pictures of that, and here we go. And that's it. That's our page. So thank you, Cindy, and thank you for joining me. I had super fun teaching this technique, and I hope that you all take it and have fun with it. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you all soon.